Hello, wonderful people of the internet. My name is Matthew. Welcome to Matthew Talks About American Literature and More. Today, I'm going to be talking about The Awakening by Kate Chopin. This is a novel that I'm reading as a part of my Great American Novel series, and I'm here to give you the short synopsis on why you should read it, the good, the mixed, and the bad. So to give you the short synopsis, The Awakening follows a New Orleans woman called Edna Pontellier as she goes to a summer resort, and she meets a man that almost awakens her to her individuality. She goes back to her home in New Orleans and begins this journey of self-actualization. She discovers who she is, what she wants out of life, what she desires, what she wants to revel in, and the story moves on from there. Starting off with the good. This novel is one of the few feminist texts that I've read, granted I haven't read many, where I in many ways agree and sympathize with the main character. Edna is sympathetic. In this book, she's not a sexual deviant. She's not trashy. She's just a standard housewife who goes on a journey to discover herself. This book is also packed with symbolism. There are motifs that come up at the beginning of the novel, like, may not be surprising, like a wedding ring, swimming, all of those things that come back at the end. There's so many allusions between what her actions are doing and to broader things that relate to her life, her experiences, and to women in general. I also find that this novel is very well written. It was very engaging, very driving, especially in the last half. And lastly, this novel, for only being about 150 pages, includes a wide variety of characters. I'd say there's like 25, I'd say there are probably 15, 20 main characters in this book, and I didn't get them confused. Very well drawn, very well realized, and in many ways felt like people, not characters, and I think that's always a sign of a great book. Moving on to my mixed. Like I've heard most feminist texts are, Edna is basically this character that is put upon and tries to discover a form of liberation. She wants to be free from the main confines of gender roles at the time and doesn't want to be hampered by the desires and wishes of other people. And I in many ways agree with that and respect that, like just in general, like everyone has the right to live their own life. But I think the thing I'm mixed on in this book is that while Edna's life is not seen as particularly glamorous, she's not particularly put upon by many people. She doesn't experience that many struggles. She's not being confronted by people who are restricting her life. And also, this is one of those cases where the character almost rebels without a cause. Edna has some desires, like she wants to be an artist, she wants to have her own house, but I never got the sense that Edna fully realized herself as an individual person. The best analogy is that she's in a box, but it's not particularly bad, and also she doesn't have any idea of what she wants that this box doesn't provide. She just doesn't want to be in it. She doesn't want another one. She just doesn't want to be in this box. And I get that, but I feel that since this novel is so short, and a lot of this book isn't even the novel, there's a bunch of this author's short stories at the end, which I plan to read. I feel that this novel could have been a lot longer, so the main character, Edna, could have been more complex, more fully realized. And that brings me to my negatives. This novel is good, but it's just too short. It's only about 150 pages. I love a good short book, but given how wide and how expansive this story is and how much this author clearly had to say, I felt that this novel was a real missed opportunity. It had the chance to be a much bigger, sweeping, panoramic novel. It feels like this is the diet version of Anna Karenina and Madame Bovary. I haven't read them, but I'm vaguely aware of their plots and how they play out. This novel is similar. But because of its length, it wasn't as nuanced and as complex as I feel this author could have made this story. So, while for what it is, it does everything really well, it definitely could have been more. So, to give you the short of this, I like this novel quite a bit. It's not going to be one of my favorites of the year, but it's a very solid read. I think if you're into feminist literature, you'd probably enjoy this. I'd give this one probably a high 3.5 out of 5, maybe a 4 out of 5. it engaged me, it kept me interested, especially in the second half. And while I think most people won't think this is a new favorite of theirs, I think that this is a great novel. I actually think this is a great teaching novel. A great novel that you can give to new readers, you can give to students, and you can easily analyze and get a lot out of it. So, hope you pick it up. Let me know what you think. So, when all is said and done, hope you're having a lovely day. Hope this video finds you well, and happy reading.